தனக்கு திம் dim தனக்கு dim dim தனக்கு 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 dim.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Nritya Creations Academy of Dance and the Manjali and Tangaswamy families, I welcome you to Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Tangaswamy's Bharatnatyam Arangetram. We are so very honored and grateful to have your presence this afternoon and evening, and are delighted to be able to share this momentous achievement of these two fine young dancers with you. As a classical Bharatanatyam dancer myself and the director of Nritya Creations, I am an ardent follower of this beautiful art form. I know that the power, the soul, and the exquisite beauty of Indian classical dance can only be unleashed from a dance student by a passionately dedicated and caring guru. And we are extremely fortunate, privileged, and grateful to have such an exceptional guru in Ms. Tatiana Popova. She has transformed these two talented young ladies and brought them to a very high level of achievement. And we look forward to their stellar display of artistry and skills. Thank you, Ms. Tatiana, for all you have done and do for your Bharatanatyam students. And of course, a big thank you to Sara and Sreshtha for your dedication, relentless hard work, passion and enthusiasm, and humility in reaching this point in your artistic journey. We are very fortunate to have Mr. Kiran Rajagopalan as today's Master of Ceremony. Kiran not only has a wonderful stage presence and skilled articulation, but has a thorough knowledge of the subject of Bharatanatyam, and will definitely enlighten us in today's Arangetram performances. Kiran himself is an award-winning dancer, choreographer, writer, and educator. He is trained extensively in Bharatanatyam for over 25 years. Kiran has given many acclaimed performances globally and regularly conducts workshops, lectures, and demonstrations on Indian classical dance. While he lived in New Jersey, he taught Bharatanatyam to our young students at Nritya Creations and also held the executive director position at Arts Horizon in New Jersey. He is also the co-founder and artistic director of Daya Arts and presently holds the position of executive director at Kalapriya, which is a non-profit South Asian arts organization based in Chicago, Illinois. Without further ado, please welcome Kiran Rajagopalan.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Meena Basunag. We have been colleagues, friends, and she's been my mentor now for almost 10 years. And so it's an honor to be here at this wonderful occasion of the Arangetram of Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Tangaswamy. I've done a few of these Arangetrams for Nritya Creations over the years, and it's always a pleasure because I'm not only given the space to be able to talk about one of my great passions in life, which is Bharatanatyam, but also to be in support to some of the dancers who I personally have seen grown over the past few years in their Arangetram journey, and to be able to reconnect with my fellow colleagues who are also the accompanying musicians for this evening's performance. So I recently relocated to Chicago after calling the New York, New Jersey home for 10 years, so it's great to be back. And so I'd like to just start off with a few housekeeping announcements. So please take a moment to turn off your cell phones or put them on silent. And we welcome you to take photographs and video during the performance, but please remain seated and do not distract the other guests while doing that. And also, flash photography tends to be disruptive to dancers and performers on stage, so please turn off the flash if you're doing photography or videography of this performance. And finally, if you have children who are disruptive or making a lot of noise, please try to quickly and quietly escort them out of the auditorium. And for those of you who have just come in or need to go during the middle of a piece, try to do so between items. So the items this evening range, in different lengths, but on average, they're about 8 to 10 minutes a piece, with the exception of a few items. And so pace yourselves accordingly when sitting through the Arangetram and to exit and enter during those breaks. And I thank you so much for your cooperation. So as Meena had mentioned, in addition to introducing you to our wonderful musicians this evening, I'll also be giving you a brief synopsis, some aesthetic details to pay attention to, and also a bit of history of these items. The items that have been chosen for this evening's Arangetram are actually really incredibly nuanced, and they're also filled with rich historical details that not only tell you more about the art form of Bharatanatyam, but also dance history in southern India. So I'd like to take a moment now to introduce you to the musicians who will be accompanying Sara and Sreshtha in their dance. We have on the Nattuvangam, the guru in Nritya Creations, Srimati Tatiana Popova. Sri Vignesh Ravichandran, vocalist. Sri Mulli Balachandran on the mridangam. Ms. Shweta Narasimhan on the violin. And Sri J. Gandhi on the flute. As I'd mentioned, I know all of these musicians very well, and it's a great honor to be with them again this evening. So thank you so much for being here. So as Meena had mentioned, the Arangetram is a momentous occasion in the journey of a dancer. It's not a culmination per se, but it's the start of an incredible journey in art and life for the dancers that that go through this, what I call a ritual. So it comes from the Tamil, Aranga Etukuladu becomes Arangetram, which literally means ascending the stage. And so this is the formal debut of a dance student into a dance performer. And so the journey to get to this point is often arduous, but ultimately very rewarding. The first piece that is there for this evening's Arangetram is a Kautvam on Saraswati, Sharada Kautvam, in Valachi Ragam, Misra Chaputalam. The lyrics are by Shanta Shalke. Music is by Sri G. Srikanth, and choreography is by Jyotsna Menon. I'd like to speak a little bit about the goddess Saraswati. She's of personal significance to me. She is a favored deity in my household, and she has very interesting origins. So Saraswati, for those of you who are familiar with Hindu iconography, is regarded as a goddess of knowledge and learning and wisdom. But during the Vedic period, which is over 3,500 years ago, Saraswati was actually probably a physical river. And that manifestation of that river is deified in the form of Saraswati, whose majestic currents contain the flow of time, knowledge, creativity, and compassion. So Saraswati as a river vanished because of climate change, and she transformed from a river deity into the goddess that we know today. And so this Kautvam is in praise of Saraswati, and she's called Sharada. And she is the radiant one who holds a gem-studded veena and exudes joy through her beautiful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Sara and Sreshtha will now present the Sharada Kautvam.
माणिक्यवीणाम् उपलालयन्ती माणिक्यवीणाम् उपलालयन्ती मदालसाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासा मदालसाम् मञ्जुळवाग्विलासा माहेन्द्रनीलद्युति कोमलाङ्गी कोमलाङ्गी मातङ्ग कल्यां मनसा स्मरामि मातङ्ग कल्यां मनसा स्मरामि
Kukum ta kum ta tam. Kukum ta kum ta tam. Kukum ta dhari kita ta kum ta dhari kita. Kukum ta kita ta kum ta kita Sharade.
जय शारदे जय शारदे वागीश्वरी वेदिकल्यके वेद्याधरी 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 जय शारदे
Takum ta takum dari kita taka dikum dari kita taka takum ta takum ta dikum ta taka diku takum dari kita taka dikum dari kita taka takum ta dikum ta taka diku takum dari kita taka dikum dari kita taka takita dikita tom kita nam kita
ज्योत्स्ने परि कान्ति तुझी मुखरम्य शारद चंद्रमा उजले तुझ्या हास्यातुनी चारी युगांची पौर्णिमा ज्योत्स्ने परि कान्ति तुझी मुखरम्य शारद चंद्रमा उजले तुझ्या हास्यातुनी चारी युगांची पौर्णिमा तुम तरिकिट तुम तरिकिट तुझी या कृपेचे चांदणे नित वर्षुदे आमच्या तुझी या कृपेचे चांदणे नित वर्षुदे आमच्या वागीश्वरी
Takum taka dari kita dikum taka dari kita takum dari kita taka takum ta je kukum ta je J kita taka takum, taka dari kita dikum, taka dari kita takum, dari kita taka takum, ta J, kukum ta J. J kita taka taka ta, tadiki ta, taka diki.
वीणेवरी फिरता तुझी चतुरा कलामय अंगुली संगीत जन्माये नवे जडता मतीची बंगली वीणेवरी फिरता तुझी चतुरा कलामय अंगुली संगीत जन्माये नवे जडदामदीचे बंगली वीणेवरी फिरता तुझी चतुरा गलामय अंगुली संगीत जन्माये नवे जडदामदीचे बंगली तुम तरिकिट तुम तरिकिट मेष कल्पतरुवरी बहरून आल्या मंजरी उन्मेष कल्पतरुवरी बहरून आल्या मंजरी वागीश्वरी विद्याधरी वागीश्वरी विद्याधरी
Janaka, janakita kita taka kinnaku, kinnatom, kinnaku kita dhare kita take janaku, dinatom, janaka, janakita kita take kinnaku, kinnatom, janaka, janakita kita take kinnaku, kinnatom. Jai kita dhare kita taka jai kita dhare kita taka jai kita dhare kita taka jai kita hari kita taka jai kita takita takita kita tom takita takita kita tom takita takita kita tom.
I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to Vignesh Ravichandran, our vocalist for this evening's Arangetram. He's a singer, poet, and composer based in New Jersey. And in his chosen style of Carnatic music, he has studied with Sri V.S. Balamurali and Sri K.S. Vishnudev, and he has a Master of Fine Arts in Carnatic Vocal Music from Annamalai University. Vignesh has also given many full-length concerts throughout North America. And in addition, he works frequently with many dancers and dance companies based in the United States and India, and frequently sings for Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi performances. One thing about Vignesh, which I think has to be mentioned and emphasized, is that he is a brilliant writer in Tamil. Familiar with his poetry. And given his flair for words and flair for music, it's no surprise that many of his poetry has been set to music by him and other notable musicians. And so he has written lyrics and composed songs for short films, music albums, and dance productions. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Vignesh Ravichandran. So the first piece that you saw, I mentioned a word kautvam. A kautvam is a piece that is usually in praise of a deity, but more importantly, a kautvam is usually performed as part of a temple dance ritual. In the olden days, kautvams throughout many parts of India were songs that were simple in nature, usually just simple descriptive lyrics of a deity interspersed with rhythmic syllables, And so the kautvam is an example of a piece that has been adapted from temple ritual dance to the proscenium stage in the transformation of Bharatanatyam from the court and temple traditions of Tamil Nadu into the global dance form that it is today and performed on proscenium stages. And so, with the history of Bharatanatyam and its origins in the temple and court, we'll be seeing other pieces that are traditional in nature that come from these different contexts. And so the next piece, which is Jatiswaram, is an example of a piece that emphasizes what we call nritta in Bharatanatyam. Nritta is just dance movements. One thing about the Indian classical dance styles in general is that they all have their origins in theater. Indian theater, or more accurately, South Asian theater across many parts of South Asia, have always been an integrative medium for art in the sense that you'll see a confluence of music, dance, drama, and visual art that is often seamlessly woven together to tell various stories. Many of them are mythological in nature. In that spirit, classical dance evolved out of this theatrical tradition in which you have nritta, which is just dance movements without a dramaturgical or dramatic element to it. Then you have nritya, which is a combination of dance movements but with a dramaturgical or a dramatic purpose to it. And then you have the third aspect, which is called abhinaya, and that's a poetic or the expressive dance component that is very, very unique to Indian classical dance, in which hand gestures, body language, and facial expressions are all used to depict and to convey text and the subtext or the context of a piece or its implied interpretations. That's a lot for Bharatanatyam. And so the first piece, for example, was an example where you saw some dancing with just movements, and then you also saw some expressive dance in the description of Saraswati. The Jatiswaram, on the other hand, is a nritta piece which just showcases the beautiful movement vocabulary of Bharatanatyam without any dramatic element to it. And so the Jatiswaram is a seldom performed, but it's a really important piece in the Bharatanatyam repertoire because it showcases how Bharatanatyam's movement vocabulary and percussive footwork are all really entwined with the music structure of a composition. The Jatiswaram's name tells you what it is. So a jati is, of course, rhythmic syllables that are woven together. And then you have passages of musical notes or swara, hence the name Jatiswara. This Jatiswaram for the Arangetram that you're seeing today is in Vasantaragam, in Rupakatalam. It's a composition of the Tanjore Quartet. I'm going to be mentioning them a few times throughout this performance. They're the architects of what we call now the modern day Bharatanatyam repertoire, of which they gave a prescribed sequence of pieces, of which the Jatiswaram occupied the second position, much like today's performance. And so the choreography for this is by Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai, who is a really revered and legendary, although no longer with us, past Nattuvanar, or traditional hereditary dance master and Nattuvangam artist. Ladies and gentlemen, Sara and Sreshtha will present the Jatiswaram.
sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga
Dhalangu taka deku taka ta dingi na tom ta ta jum tari ta jum tari jaga tari te ta jum ta tarum ta gadim ta tak ta tak ta tak targadom ta tak ta tak targadom ta tak ta tak targadom
sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa 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 ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa 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 ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da sa ni sa ni da ni da ma ga ma ni da ma ga ma ga ri sa ni da ni sa ga ma da ni sa ni ni sa da ni ma da ga ma da ni sa sa ni da ma ga ri ni sa ni sa ga ma da ni da da ni da ma da ni da ma ga ma da ri sa ma ga sa ga ma da ni da ma da ni da ma ga ma da ri sa ma ga sa ga ma da ni da ma da ni da ma ga ma da ri sa ma ga sa ga ma da ni da ma da ni da ma ga ma da ri sa ma ga sa ga ma da ni da ga ma ga ri ga ma da ni sa ga ri ma ga ni da ga ma da sa ni da da ma ga ma da ni da ga ri sa ni da ma da ni da sa ni ga ma ga da ni sa ni ni da ni da ma ga ma ga ri sa da ni sa ga ma da ni sa ma da ni sa ni da ga ni ga ma da ni sa ga ma da ni sa ni da ma da ni da ma ga da ma ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ga ma da ni sa ri sa ni da ma da ni sa ni da ma ga ri sa ga ma da ni sa.
I'd like to introduce you to our Mridangist, again, a very dear colleague, Sri Murli Balachandran. Based in New York City, Murli Balachandran is an acclaimed and versatile percussionist who hails from a family of dancers and musicians. This is an example of an artist who not only understands how to accompany Carnatic music concerts, but also knows how to brilliantly enhance dance performances. And hence he's very much sought after particularly for us dancers, because of his knowledge of both how to play for music and how to play for dance. So he learned Mridangam initially under his father, Dr. C.G. Balachandran, and was introduced to Bharatanatyam by his mother, Srimati Usha. As I had mentioned, he's a versatile percussionist who is adept at playing the Mridangam, of course, the kanjira, the tabla, the ghatam, and the morsing. And he's accompanied many, many leading Indian musicians and dancers in various countries, ranging from New Zealand, Canada, and Indonesia. And he's also performed on Broadway and at major New York City venues such as the Lincoln Center, the American Museum of Natural History, the Smithsonian, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And some of the notable musicians he's accompanied include K.J. Yesudas, Trichu Ramachandran, the late Adyar Lakshman, the great actress and dancer Shobana, and Kamala Lakshman, of course, from yesteryear's cinema, the famous Baby Kamala. Ladies and gentlemen, Murli Balachandran. I'm particularly excited to introduce this next piece for several reasons. One, it's perhaps the most important piece in the Bharatanatyam repertoire and hence occupies the central position in the first half of the Bharatanatyam Arangetram. It is the Varnam. And this is not just any Varnam. This is a Varnam that's beloved by many, many, many Bharatanatyam dancers in the community. This is a very famous piece that was also beloved by the traditional hereditary dancers of the yesteryears in the predecessor style of Bharatanatyam called Sadhya. As I'd mentioned, Bharatanatyam has its origins in the temple and court traditions of southern India. And these dancers were hereditary female dancers, and they had basically given the visualization of these dance music forms. Manavi Chekona Radha was such a beloved piece in that era that it has continued to be one of the most popular Varnams in our repertoire today. And the Varnam is a very complex piece because all three of the featured aspects of the dance style are showcased in the Varnam. Nritta, of course, as I said, is the pure dance without any dramatic element. Nritya, which is dance movements with a dramatic element. And of course, the storytelling, expressive, and poetic aspect of expressive dance, abhinaya, is also featured in great proportion in this Varnam. A little bit about the Varnam in general. It's a genre of dance music and also in concert music whose lyrics are far-reaching, but they tend to focus on a couple of specific aesthetic points. In a Varnam, you'll encounter lyrics that tread the line between bhakti and shringara. Bhakti, in Sanskrit, refers to devotion or love towards the divine God, whatever figure that you want to assign the divine energy of the universe. And shringara is romantic love, usually in the context of a relationship between a man and a woman, but of course, times have evolved. Gender and sexuality expression has grown. So shringara refers to romantic love in this context. In a Varnam, the tension between bhakti and shringara is beautifully portrayed in the storyline of the lyrics. And shringara is used as a metaphor to describe the longing of an individual's soul for a greater soul. In this case, the longing of the soul for the divine. And the metaphor for this is expressed through a romantic love between the hero and the heroine, the nayaka and the nayika. Manavi Chekona Radha is the name of this Varnam in Shankara Varnam, Aditanam. It's a composition, again, of the architects of the modern dance repertoire, the Tanjore quartets. There's 4 brothers. The specific brother who composed this Varnam is Tanje Ponnaya Pillai. And the choreography for this Varnam is by Rukmini Devi Arundale, who is the founder of Kalakshetra, whose institution provides the foundational technique and aesthetics for Nritya creations. And it's also Ms. Tatiana Popava's alma mater for Bharatanatyam. So I'm going to walk you through the Varnam, Manavi Chekona Radha, because it's elaborate, as I'd mentioned. So the heroine is longing to be with Lord Brihadishwara. Brihadishwara is the presiding deity of Tanjavur, and this is a form of Shiva. Brihadishwara is very, very important to the history of Bharatanatyam because, as I'd mentioned, Bharatanatyam's predecessor, Sadir, was greatly patronized and developed and flourished in Tanjavur, which is in the central part of Tamil Nadu. It was a mecca and a center for the art forms of music and dance, that which we call classical today. So the Tanjore Quartet used to compose many, many songs on Brihadishwara, and this is no exception. So for those of you who have not been to Tanjore, the Tanjore Brihadishwara temple is also an architectural marvel. It's gigantic. The Shiva that's represented there in the lingam form is actually almost 2 stories tall. So it's a grand temple in all respects. And so Manavi Chekona Radha beautifully showcases how a singular voice, a small person, has a small request from such a mighty Lord Brihadishwara. So the line goes like this: Manavi Chekona Radha, Chakkani Sami, Na Manavi. What does this line mean? My beautiful Lord, why won't you accept my little request, my small plea, my humble wish for you to be with me? Mamata miri yunna nura. My overwhelming love for you consumes me. Vinara Sri Tanjapuri Velayu Ma Brihadishwara. Listen, O Lord of Tanjore, my Brihadishwara, don't you know? Ninnu nera nammi yunnanura nikkamuga madilona. Don't you know that I've given you my whole mind, body, and spirit to you? Don't you know that I have complete faith in you? So why won't you listen to my small request? Namanavi. The song goes on to continue, Panta melara nato. So why do you have this petty stubbornness with me? Why do you deliberately disregard me? Ladies and gentlemen, Sara and Sreshtha will now present the Varnam, Manavi Chekunarada. Thank you.
Dingi na tom ta ri ta ki na ta ka na ka jum ta ri ta ki na ta ka na ka jum ta ri ta ki na ta ka na ka jum ta Rita, kinna, taka, naka, jum, ta jum, ta, Rita, kinna, taka, naka, jum, ta jum, ta, Rita, kinna, taka, naka, jum, ta jum, ta, Rita, kinna, taka, naka, 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 jum, ta, Rita, kinna, jum, ta, Rita, kinna, jum, te. Tadinta kadinta, katadagdargadom, tadinta kadinta, katadagdargadom, tadinta kadinta, katadagdargadom.
Jai
deku taka ta dingi na tom ta rita ki na jom ta ta rita ki na jom te ta din ta ka din ta kata dik dargana tom ta din ta ka din ta kata dik dargana tom ta din ta ka din ta kata dik dargana tom deku taka ta dingi na tom dino ta ta te me ta ta jom tarum gadim taka dino ta ta te me ta jom tarum gadim taka dino dimi ta taka demi ta kita taka dari kita taka ta di ta kita dik dargana tom ta di ta kita dik dargana tom di ta kita dik dargana tom
Nanura Vinara Sri Tanjaya Purini Velayu Mabridadija Vinara Sri
deku taka ta dingi na tom ta tarita danata jonota demita ta jom ta tarita danata jonota demita ta jom ta dana ta jono ta demi ta kita ta dana ta jono ta demi ta kita ta dana ta jono ta demi ta kita tarita jom ta kita tarita tom tarita jom ta kita tarita tom tarita jom ta kita tarita tom
Vinara Sri Tanjaya Purini Velayu Mabridadija Nilune மிக்க மோக
Dalango taka deko taka ta dingi na tom ta didita ta dita kata tak targada tom ta didita ta dita kata tak targada tom ta didita ta dita kata tak targada tom
naga do ban da mela naga do ban da mela naga do ban da mela naga do pa da ma ba ga ma di ga ta di ga ma ba sa di ga ma ba da me la na ga do ban சாமினே சாட்டி தோரனே கானூர சாமினே சாட்டி தோரனே கானூர சாமினே சாட்டி தோரனே கானூர சாமினே சாட்டி పంచసరుడు విలువంచి విరిసరముచిన వేళన వంచనలేడికి పంచసరుడు విలువంచి విరిసరముచిన వేళన వంచనలేడికి పంచసరుడు విడు వంచి విరిసరముచిన వేళన వంచనలేడికి నాగతో దబ మవ గమ దబ మగరి సని మగ మవ మదబ సాని రబ మరబ సరి గ సని రబ దరి ని సని రబ సాని రబ మరబ మగరి గమ దబ మవ గమ దబ మగరి మగ మవ మదబ సాని రబ మదబ సరి గ సని రబ దరి ని సని రబ సాని రబ మదబ మగరి గమ మేల పదియని దొరాను పొగడెరా కవి జనుల దర దార మెలుగిరా కలుష మెలరిరా నా బై కృప చూడరా మరుಳು మింజినరా నన్ను చేకోర దరాది పదియని దొరా దొరలు పొగడెరా కవి జనుల దర దార మెలుగిరా గలుష మెలరిరా నా బై కృప చూడరా మరుಳು మింజినరా నన్ను చేకోర దరాది పతియని దొరాను కవి జనుల దర దర మెలుగిరా గలుష మెలరిరా నా బై కృప చూడరా దార మెలుగిరా నన్ను చేకోర మేల నాగతో ma ga ma pa da ni sa pa da ni ba 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 da 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 ni 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 sa 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 ri 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 ga sa ni sa ni da da ni za ga ri ri ga za ri za ni da da ni ba ba da da ni za ba 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 da 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 ni sa za za ri 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 ga ga ba ba da da ni za za
I'd like to now invite the family and friends of Sara and Sreshtha to the stage to share their thoughts about these wonderful, lovely young dancers, and also share their thoughts and their thanks to you, the audience, as well. Could I have the people who are assigned to speak please come onto the stage?
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm just checking if I'm audible or not. I mean, yeah, the speech is not my forte, but yeah, I'll try. Yeah, wasn't it an amazing performance by beautiful daughters, right? Give it up for them. Yeah, loud cheer, please. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so we hope each one of you are enjoying the beautiful performances presented by Sara and Sreshtha. Okay. Thank you all for taking the time on a Friday evening. I know it's difficult to take time off on a Friday evening, work and weekends and all that, but yeah, thank you all for taking the time and coming and cheering for our daughters. Thank you so much. I know it means a lot to her and all of us as a family as well. So once again, a big thank you to all of you. We're greatly honored to have you all here today, so thank you again. Firstly, we'd like to express our deepest gratitude to Sara's guru, Ms. Tatiana. Your guidance, patience, and dedication has shaped Sara into a dancer that she is today. You have not only taught her the art of Bharatanatyam, but also the values of discipline, perseverance, and respect for tradition. And for this, we are eternally grateful. Thank you to Ms. Meena as well for all the opportunities that you provided Sara while she was at Nitya Creations Performing Art Company over the years and helping realize Sara's potential as a dancer. Thank you, Meena. We owe you a lot. Thank you. And to my little cutie pie, I still call her my little cutie. I can't even get off that little baby Sara that I used to have, holding her in my hand. So I still believe that she's still my little baby. So yeah. You've grown into a wonderful young lady, and as someone who can barely shake a leg, everybody knows here that I can barely shake a leg and move a leg in most of my Bollywood performances here. So yeah, all the genetics and the genes come from probably Charita's side. So thank you, Charita. Yeah, words cannot express how proud we are of you today, Sara. Your patience, passion, dedication, and commitment to your art is very, very, very inspiring. You've mesmerized us with your grace and talent. Remember, this is just the beginning, and there's a beautiful journey waiting ahead of you. So all the best to you in all the future endeavors you have. We'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our family and friends who have joined us here today, and to all our loved ones who are watching Sara perform via live stream back home in India. Charita's brothers Amit and Rohit, Riya and Shreya, Ruhan and Arid, my brother Benny, my sister Beena, who's probably watching live stream in the Philippines. Thank you, Beena. Mary, Sean, Libby, and my parents, who could not be with us in person today. Your presence and support have made this day even more special. We know how proud Charita's dad would have been to witness this special day in her life. I'm sure he's watching from above and blessing her. We are glad that Sara's Aji is here. She wants to hide from everybody, but yeah, thank you, Aji, for being here. She always wanted to be, taking part in this event, and we are glad that she's part of us today to witness this, historic moment with our daughters' lives. Thank you again, Aji. A special mention to all who've worked behind the scenes to make this day happen. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Probably a lot of shout-outs, but a special shout-out goes to Mega, Asha, Shilpa, and Sharad. Sreshtha's parents, Raj and Archana, who have been so supportive throughout this journey. Thank you all. And I would not want to miss out our Tiruvadira girls, who I have not known at all, but through my wife, Charita, I call them the Tiruvadira girls. So thank you, girls, for showing up and cheering for our daughters. Thank you so much. And can't miss a lot of Sara's friends from school. Lastly, we'd like to thank all the musicians for their captivating music that breathed life into the performances. And to the staff of Tagore Hall, Kirit Bhai, you've been very supportive. Thank you again. I know I chased you a lot, I bugged you a lot, and I bugged a lot of people. But yeah, I think that was the journey that we've been part of. So thank you again. Once again, I'd like to thank each one of you for being here today. We hope you enjoyed the rest of the performances. And once again, let's hear it for our girls and give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good evening. Firstly, I would like to say thank you from my bottom of my heart. Really, thank you so much for coming here and supporting Sara. Your presence here really means a lot to us. I didn't really want to say much today because I knew that I'll get emotional and I didn't want to cry today. And Bosco pretty much covered everything. But just for my Sara, you know, frankly, I never really imagined in my dreams also that Sara will do an Arangetram. And Sara as a kid was never demanding. When she said that I would like to do an Arangetram and complete my dance journey, we just couldn't say no. And, in spite knowing that how much effort and hard work this demand. Sorry, I'm not able to talk. When Sara started dancing, we just wanted to introduce her to this dance form. And she just started doing ballet when she was 3.5 years old. And then she joined Miss Meena and Nitya Creations when she was just 5.5. And she never said no. She just continued. And she did really show her patience and commitment and discipline, which any kind of art form demands. And I'm so, so proud of her. I still remember Miss Meena telling me that it takes years to take that Aramandi right. And I know, Meena, you were absolutely right. It did take few years, but Sara did wait, and she was patient enough to learn and absorb everything. And I personally think when you do not understand the language, it becomes a bit difficult, a bit tough. But Sara still did continue, and I'm so proud of her. Also being part of Nitya Creations performing company did help a lot, and that taught her teaming and timing, which is so important. I'm forever grateful to Miss Meena and Miss Tatiana for their guidance and support all these years. And what can I say about Miss Tatiana? I do not have really proper words to express what I feel, but she is the main reason Sara continued her Bharatanatyam journey all these years. I was so impressed with Miss Tatiana, and I'm still, whenever I see her perform, she's just perfect. I have seen her performing when she was 7 months pregnant, wearing high heels, and I still do not know how she did it, but it was so beautiful to watch her perform. And thank you, Miss Tatiana, and Sara, and we are so blessed to have you as a guru. I won't take much time now, but again, thank you for all coming and cheering for Sara. And thank you for our wonderful musicians and audio technicians, Ms. Ramya, Mahesh, Sreshtha's parents, for all the support to get us through this. I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone, but we really thank you so much. It really means a lot to us. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait, you have to again.
We have Sara's mommy wrote a few words for her as well, so I'll just read it out really quick. So this is from Ria Mami, who Sara calls. I'm sorry. Hello. Yep. We're sorry, guys. Let me repeat that again for you. Yeah, this is from Sara's Ria Mami. She's written a little congratulatory note for her, so I'll just read it out for you. She says, "Dear Sara, congratulations on completing your Arangetram. Your journey in Bharatanatyam has not only shaped you as a dancer, but also enriched your spirit and character. Your dedication, perseverance, and passion has brought you to this momentous milestone, and it's truly inspiring to witness your talent unfold. Behind every successful dancer is a guru who inspires, guides, and believes in their potential. Ms. Tatiana has been that guiding light for you, nurturing your talent and pushing you to new heights. Her commitment and expertise have undoubtedly played a crucial role in your journey in this momentous occasion. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support and encouragement of your parents. Their love, sacrifices, and belief in your dreams have been your pillars of strength throughout this journey. Together, they have cheered you on through every practice, performance, and challenge, ensuring you stayed focused and determined. As you stand at this significant milestone in your Bharatanatyam journey, remember to cherish this achievement not just as a culmination, but as a stepping stone to greater heights. Let it be a reminder of what you are capable of when you combine passion and perseverance. Continue to dance with joy in your heart, grace in your movements, and dedication in your spirit. Your Arangetram marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with endless possibilities. May you always find inspiration in the rhythm of life, and may your dance continue to touch hearts and inspire others. Here's to celebrating your accomplishment and a very bright future ahead. May Lord Nataraj bless you with boundless grace, divine strength, and the eternal rhythm of joy as you continue your journey. Lots of love, Ria Mami. Thank you, Ria Mami, for your kind words. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us. Thank you. I'd like to invite Sara's friend, Aishu, to the stage to say a few words about Sara. Yeah, presenting Aishu. Thank you, Aishu.
Hi, everyone. Thank you to everyone that has come to witness and celebrate this milestone in Sara's Bharatanatyam journey. Even though I only met Sara nearly 3 years ago, I have known of her for about 10 years. We shared a mutual friend while Sara was in elementary school. This friend would sometimes text Sara on Google Hangouts while she was at my house, and I distinctly remember Sara's profile picture being one of her in a white Bharatanatyam costume. So even before I met Sara, I knew of her love and dedication to dance. I used to learn Bharatanatyam myself, and I can attest that completing an Arangetram is no easy feat, and I am incredibly proud of all the work that Sara's put into tonight. There are many times Sara had to sacrifice hanging out with her friends, FaceTime calls, and even sleep during her senior year of high school in order to flawlessly execute her performance. Her dedication to this art form cannot be expressed in words. All of our friends at school can agree that when we think of Sara, we think of dance. Though what Sara has accomplished in the realm of dance is impressive, it is no surprise to me. Sara is one of the hardest working people I know and maintains impeccable integrity in all facets of her life. She's also incredibly kind. At our cruel and unusual high school known as Woodbridge Academy, it is very easy to lose sight of your character and your willingness to help others. But Sara's generosity and compassion has only strengthened. Ever since becoming friends with her in sophomore year, she has never given up on me. She has stuck with me through thick and thin, through my worst and my best. Whether it was having the same schedule in sophomore year, noticing we have the same ceiling fan over call, surviving friend groups that have fallen apart, working together to raise our stats grades, or a Christmas party, we have survived multiple tests of our friendship and have become closer with each challenge. Sara inspires me every day, and I can only hope that I can someday have half of her maturity and grace. Sara, you are far more than just my friend. You are my family. You have achieved something amazing today, and I will be alongside you as you continue to accomplish the extraordinary. Always remember who you are and where you have come from, then you will be unstoppable. Congratulations, and thank you for giving me the honor to speak tonight.
I'd like to invite Sreshtha's parents, Raj and Archana, to speak a few words.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'd like to make some acknowledgements. In this crowd today, there are people who have been friends for a very long period of time, but we haven't met in a very, very long time as well. Thank you so much. Sara's parents, Bosco, as well as Charita. This has been an amazing day, the culmination of a lot of days of work, both for our girls as well as all the people that are involved here. I'd like to start off just by acknowledging some of the people who are there on the crowd today. I'd like to acknowledge people from my current team who are there here. Thank you so much. I know you guys are here on a Friday evening after all that I put you through, so thank you. I'd like to thank my friends, my batchmates, I think, who are here, some of them have come all the way from Philly, So thank you so much for taking this time. I'd like to thank Boris. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the day today. I'd like to thank all of our performers, the musicians. We just met them probably like a week back, but this is such an integrated and a lovely process. For us, especially me, who is not at all nuanced in this particular art, this was amazing to see how all of this comes together. The amount of work that goes into this, the amount of sacrifices that both the families as well as the girls have to make just to make this happen. And this cannot happen without the support of all the people that are involved, be it the auditorium, the people that are here, be it the musicians who came in from all different directions, juggling through a lot of different other work and making this happen for us. The people that got this stage up to, making sure that everything is fine within the auditorium. Obviously, the caterers, the caterers definitely for making all of this come true. Outside of this, I also want to, we have just came back to the US in 2018. So for us, it was like Sreshtha had to kind of pick up a lot of things over here. So I know a lot of people from JP as well as Edison schools are here. Thank you for taking the time and coming, guys. This means a lot for all of us. When Bosco actually spoke about something, we remember our children as from the time that they were born, right? And one milestone comes to mind. Sreshtha had just turned 1, right? And being the firstborn, you track all the milestones, you make sure that they're doing everything that they're supposed to do. And she had not yet started walking yet. So we were all kind of thinking about that a lot. And on the day that she turns 1, right, she not only walks, she actually dances, and then she sings. It's like, it was just an amazing day. We were actually in Florida. I was on business, but they were on vacation. So, we have pictures of her dancing and singing on the day. And on that day, I think it kind of stuck to us that this girl is not going to kind of just settle down for regular things. She's going to want to do more. And she started dancing. She used to dance in schools. She used to dance classical dance in Bharatanatyam when she was in India. And when she came to the US, I think she found her home in Nritya Creations. Specifically, like as soon as we joined the class with Ms. Tatiana, and she just felt at home. It was like she had never been anywhere else. So thank you so much, Ms. Tatiana. Thank you so much, Ms. Meena, for making this happen for our daughter and for us. Thank you. Obviously, we have a large family back home. We have Archana's parents, my parents, everybody is watching the live stream. I'm getting a live feed of comments. Thanks for the technology. Thanks, Mahesh, for making this happen, for our families to be able to participate in this. Thank you, friends. Thank you, students of JP, as well as people who are going over to college. Thank you so much for taking your time today. Please kindly enjoy the show and continue to encourage our daughters and cheer for them for the rest of the night. Thank you.
Okay, my speech, it's not going to be long. It's pretty short, but it is a celebration of what my daughter has accomplished over the years. So I would like to start. My dear family and friends, it is with immense pleasure that we invited you to the Arangetram of our daughter Sreshtha along with Sara, and it is with much more joy that we watch their stunning performance as seasoned dancers together. Tears well up in my eyes as I enjoy Sreshtha's dancing to the beats of the mridangam and the tunes of the flute, the violin, the voice. Art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves at the same time, and takes much courage and dedication. Dance is such an elevated art form that is literally poetry of the body. Just vibing or humming to music is taken to the next level in dance as the celebration of our soul, our very life, our heartbeat. And Bharatanatyam is the oldest classical dance form that originated in Tamil Nadu, where we are from. Hence, it is with much pride that I say that Sreshtha has grown in leaps and bounds in this traditional form of dance and emerged victorious as a strong person entrenched in cultural values and traditions associated with Bharatanatyam. When Sreshtha was a kid, I used to encourage her to dance so well that her guru in Chennai gives her the center position to perform. A simple common wish of every parent in India. Because the competition there, we know, right? Everyone wants to be the center stage. Not once in my wildest dreams did I imagine that she would be so blessed that she would pursue it as a passion in the USA. Thanks and gratitude to Nritya Creations Ms. Meena and Ms. Tatiana for molding her into such an accomplished dancer. Now that her dedication and commitment to Bharatanatyam has taken center stage, I am profoundly touched and happy for her as her mother, who nurtured this admirable quality in her of following her dreams and her heart. I humbly request each and every one of you to enjoy this debut performance thoroughly, just as I have over the past few weeks. And congratulations, Sreshtha. We, starting from your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and all our extended family in India are so proud of you. So are our friends here in the USA that they have taken the time and effort to be here for you. Keep dancing and enthralling us with your elegance, grace, and expressions. You go, girl. As we fondly like to call in our home, may the God, the supreme consciousness, in whatever form, shower the choicest blessings on you, Sara, Sreshtha, and your friend Sara, now and always. Thank you, one and all. Now, Edith, Sreshtha's friend from JP Stevens, would like to share her words on this occasion.
Hello, everybody, and good evening. My name is Edith, and I am honored to speak about my friend Sreshtha Thangaswamy at her Arangetram. This is a super exciting day, but I would like to begin with an extremely tragic story. For the past couple months, this is how a typical conversation would go between me and Sreshtha. Hey, Sreshtha, do you want to get ice cream with us after school? I can't. I have dance practice. Hey, Sreshtha, will you come see me perform in the poetry slam? I can't. I'm too tired from dance practice. Hey, Sreshtha, we haven't hung out in months. Do you want to go get like boba on Saturday? I can't. Dance practice. Hey, Sreshtha, dance practice. But Sreshtha, dance practice. I know, it's extremely tragic. But the moral of the story, if you will, is that Sreshtha is extremely committed. I mean, she turned down hanging out with me. That's another level of commitment. But more than that, jokes aside, besides putting in so much of her time and effort into hours of rehearsal while balancing school, she has also overcome injuries, a particularly severe one in her knee, and all the treatments that went along with it. I remember helping her downstairs, watching her slap Band-Aids over bruises. Despite everything, she kept dancing, and I think that describes her pretty well. In general, Sreshtha is passionate, and anyone can see it, whether it's for dance or fashion or art or getting the last word in an argument. She is unafraid to toil hard in order to pursue these passions and deserves every bit of the awe-inspiring skills she has today. She's incredibly intelligent and carries herself with a confidence that many can only wish they have. I personally have felt much more assured and loved when I am with her, and I know all of her friends can agree. At this point, I've been told I might as well write her resume, but I can't help it. There's just so much to say, and no, not nearly enough time. I've only known Sreshtha since last year, which makes about 2 years, which is a pathetically short amount of time to have spent with someone as spellbinding and special as Sreshtha Thangaswamy. And now she's off to greater heights as expected, off to Italy and then upstate New York, off to debut as a classical dancer. Congratulations, Sreshtha, on this, as mentioned, momentous occasion. Even though dance has kept you from us, your friends understand, because the beauty of what you've accomplished is second only to how beautiful you are. We are so impressed and so very proud of you. Much love. Mwah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the second half of the Arangetram of Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Thangaswamy. And how befitting that we heard a little bit of Shweta Narasimhan's violin just now, because I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to her as well. So Shweta Narasimhan started learning Carnatic violin at the age of 6 from Dr. Narayan Raman in Indianapolis, Indiana, and later underwent advanced training with Sri Purna Chandra Rao, Sri Trichy Satyamurthy, Srimati Lalgudi Vijayalakshmi, and Srimati Gauri Ramakrishnan, with whom she has studied with for the past 16 years. And so, since her debut, and for the past 15 years since then, she's enjoyed playing Carnatic music and providing accompaniment for vocal performances, her own and other instrumentalists, Bharatanatyam performances, and Kuchipudi programs around the world, and she's worked with several senior artists in these fields. She earned her bachelor's degree in mathematics and a master's in education, and she taught high school for a number of years and now works to support adult education to help nurture the growth and development of educators in Philadelphia. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Shweta Narasimhan. She and I both share a passion for the arts, and we're both also passionate about education. My background being in arts education programs, and her background, of course, teaching in some of the schools that I used to bring arts education programs to. So it's always wonderful to have a fellow artist and a fellow peer who straddles both the professional educational world and the professional artist world. Ladies and gentlemen, Shweta Narasimhan. So for the second half of the performance, we begin with a solo by Sreshtha, and this is also a piece that comes from the temple dance repertoire, like the Kalpam presented in the first half. This is the Todiya Mangalam. And so the Todiya Mangalam has a series of verses that are devotional in nature, dedicated to Lord Rama, and they're interspersed with rhythmic passages of rhythmic syllables, and those are called jatis, like in the Jati Swaram in the first half. And so the Todiya Mangalam is in Ragamalika, a collection of different melodic phrases. Talamalika, a collection of different rhythm cycles. The composition is by Purandaradasa, and the choreography by Sri K. Mohanan. Ladies and gentlemen, Todiya Mangalam.
जनु दगदिमि जनु दगदिमि जगणग जनुदम तद्दीम दगदिम जनु दगदिमि जनु दगदिमि जगणग जनुदम तद्दीम दगदिम जनु दगदिमि जनु दगदिमि जगणग जनुदम तद्दीम दगदिम जनु दगदिमि जनु दगदिमि जगणग जनुदम दगदीम जनु दगदिमि जनु दगदिमि जगणग जनुदम दद्दीम जगणग दरिगिड्ड जगणग दरिगिड दोम दोम जगणग दरिगिड्ड जगणग दरिगिड दोम दोम ताकुदे गुदगदे गुजन गुदग दग जनु दगदिन दगदिन दाम गुजे गुदग जे गुजन गुदग दग जनु दग दिन दाम जनु जनु दाम दिमि दिमि दाम जनु जनु जय जानकी जय जय साधु जन विनुद जय दुमहिमानंद जय भाग्यवंद जय 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 जानकी कांत जय साधु जन विनुद जय भाग्यवंद जय 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 जानकी कांत जय साधु जन विनुद जय तुमहिमानंद जय भाग्यवंद जय जय
Drugurtaka, drugurtaka, taka, drugurtaka, drugurtaka, taka, drugurtaka, drugurtaka, taka, dalan, guta dinginatom, jom, ta, rita, janna, ta, rita, danna, dannata, jonnu, jonnuta, ta dinginatom, ta dinginatom, ta dinginatom.
Janadadmaja veera, dasakanda sambhara, Dasharadadmaja veera, dasakanda samhara Pashubadishwara mitra pavana charitra Dasharadadmaja veera, dasakanda samhara Pashubadishwara mitra pavana charitra कुसुमपान स्वरूपा कुचल कीर्तिगळाव असमसागस शिक्षा अम्बुजदलाच कुसुमपान स्वरूपा कुचल कीर्तिगळाव असमसागस शिक्षा अम्बुजदलाच दशरथात्मज वीर दशकण्ठ संहार पशुपतीश्वर नेत्र पावन चरित्रा कुसुमपान स्वरूपा कुचल कीर्तिगळाव असमसागस शिक्षा अम्बुजदलाच
Drugurtaka, drugurtaka, taka, drugurtaka, taka, drugurtaka, drugurtaka, taka, drugurtaka, drugurtaka, dalan, kutom, taka, ta, dinginatom, ta, jam, takundari, kita, taka, taka, jam, takundari, kita, taka, taka, ta, dinginatom, taka, ta, dinginatom, taka, ta, dinginatom.
समगान विलोल सारुजन परिपाल कामिदाब्द अर्थदाद कीर्ति संजात समगान विलोल सारुजन परिपाल कामिदाब्द अर्थदाद कीर्ति संजात समगान विलोल सारुजन परिपाल samjara soma surya prakash sakala loka adisha Sri Magara Duvira Sildu Gambira Soma Surya Prakash Sakala Loka Adisha Sri Magara Duvira Sildu Gambira Samagana Vilora Sarojana Paripala Kamidata Ardhadata Kirti Samjara Soma Surya Prakash Sakala Lokadisha Sri Magara Duvira Sildu Gambira
Drugurtaka, 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 dalan, gutaka, tadinginatom, tariku, danaku, jom, tak, danaku, jom, tak, kinaku, jom, tariku, danaku, danaku, kinaku, jom, kukundari, kitatakitagradom, kitatakitagradom, kitatakitagradom.
Sakala Shastra Vichara Charana Jayana Mandara Sakala Shastra Vichara Charana Jayana Mandara Vihasita Bhujavadana Vishwamaya Sarana Vihasita Vishwamaya Sarana Sukritamocari Sageda Puravasa Bhagavajalarama Purudara Vitala Sukritamocari Sageda Puravasa Bhagavajalarama Purunara Vitala Bhagavajalarama Purunara Vitala Sakala Jaya Vichara Chattana Jaya Vadana Vishwamaya Sarana Sukrita Mocari Sageta Puravasa Bhagavajalarama Purunara Vitala Bhagavajalarama Purunara Vitala
Din de takatam, din de takatam, din de takatakata, din de takate, din de takate, din de takatari, kudana, kudana, kukina, kuchono, kukundari, kitatakitagradom, tari, kudana, kuchono, kukundari, kitatakitagradom, tari, kudana, kuchono, kukundari, kitatakitagradom, kitatakitagradom, kitatakitagradom.
Bhagavajalarama Purunara Vitala Bhagavajalarama Rama
So that was a lovely flute flourish at the end. So this is a great segue to introduce our flautist for the evening, Jay Gandhi. Again, somebody that I've known for a number of years now. He is very, very incredibly versatile, being able to perform for both Carnatic and Hindustani concerts, and dance performances as well. Jay Gandhi, everybody. So Jay Gandhi is an accomplished and multifaceted artist based in New York City whose work is centered on Hindustani classical flute, in particular the Bansuri. And he's a senior disciple of the renowned Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia. Exactly, you can see that, right? I've had the pleasure of hearing his music in very different contexts. For example, in performances like this, the flute adds such an incredible dimension to a performance. But I've also seen his work in fusion, in Hindustani classical concerts, in many different contexts, and you can see the caliber of his training. He maintains a busy schedule of touring and teaching, as well as being a founding member of a prominent New York City-based musicians collective called Brooklyn Raga Massive. His parallel explorations in American jazz have led him to perform with Ravi Coltrane, Reggie Workman, Jeff Tain Watts, and Pharoah Sanders. And most recently, Jay was featured in trumpeter Wynton Marsalis's Rhythms of India with the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra, which got rave reviews. And a number of other artists that he's collaborated with are also dear friends of mine. And so the music and dance world tends to be quite small, but very expansive, with so many different artists doing many different things. So ladies and gentlemen, Sri Jay Gandhi. The next piece is a solo by Sara, and this is an Ashtapadi. I'd like to take a moment to talk about Ashtapadis because the Indian diaspora is very diverse in terms of the languages represented and the various artistic and culinary traditions that are there throughout the Indian subcontinent. Reflective of this is the work Gita Govinda in Sanskrit, which is a suite of 24 songs or Ashtapadis, Ashtapadi referring to a song with 8 couplets or 8 parts to it. And they're interspersed with poetic verses that describe the love between Radha and Krishna, one of the manifestations of Lord Vishnu. It's a tumultuous love affair, and so the ups and downs of their romance are depicted in all 24 songs. But more importantly, this is a very beloved literary and performative work that has spread throughout many parts of India. So originating in the central eastern part of India called Orissa, where Jayadeva, who composed the Gita Govinda, hailed from, the songs have traveled throughout India to the far northeastern reaches of Assam and Meghalaya, to as far west as Gujarat and Rajasthan, and all the way down south to Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And each of these regions over the centuries have developed their own unique artistic and musical and dance traditions that are associated with these songs. And so Sara will now present the 5th Ashtapadi from the Gita Govinda called Rase Harimiha. In this Ashtapadi, Radha is shattered after witnessing Krishna flirting and gallivanting and dancing with the other gopis or the other women folk in the village that they grew up in a rapturous Ras Leela. Ras Leela being a type of group dance. She tells her Saki, that's her close friend, see how they mock me as they dance to my Krishna's intoxicating flute. See how his beautiful earrings and peacock feathers atop his head sway to the rhythm. My heart can't bear it. Ladies and gentlemen, Rasi Harimiha is in Tori Ragam, Adi Talam. And the choreography for this is by Rukmini Devi Arundale with the lyrics by Jayadeva. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
gari ga ma ga ma da ba ga ma da ma gari da ma da ni da ma gari da ma ni da sa ni ri ni da da ni da da gari ga ni da gari ni za ni ri ni za da ni ma da ga ma da ni da gari da gari ma gari ni gari ni ri ni da ni ma da gari za ni da ni da ma gari za ni da se hari me ha te da vila zam smarari mano mama kedavari चलित दृगल जल चल जल मोड़ी कपोल विलोलव चल जल दर सुधा मधुर முகரித மோகனவம் சலித திருகல் ஜல சஞ்சல மோடி கபோல விலோலவ चंद्रगजारो मयूर शिखंडग मंडल वालयिदके प्रचुर पुरंदर
So as you can see in the Ashtapadi, the component of Bharatanatyam that is showcased in the Ashtapadi is Abhinaya, which is the poetic interpretation of the lyrics of songs and poetry, and using facial expressions, hand gestures, and body language. And so you saw the emotional state of Radha as she bears witness to Krishna's infidelity. And so the second half of a Bharatanatyam performance tends to focus a lot on the expressive, soulful aspects of the dance style. And so in this tradition, we have the next item, which is a padam. So a padam is a genre of dance music, which basically I would call like a lyrical love song or ballad. And so padams, like the Varnam that you saw previously, tend to be focused on Shringara or romantic love, sometimes of a nature in which a heroine longs for a hero in the context of the soul longing for the divine, or it could just be earthly love between heroine and hero. And so Terivil Varano, which is the next piece in Kamas Ragam, Rupakatalam, and a composition of Muttu Tandavar in Tamar, explores young love. And so it is a very popular piece, especially performed by dancers who are in the Arangetram age, which tends to be the age period between 11 and 18. Terivil Varano depicts the first inklings of young love. And it's also one of my personal favorite pieces because what I love most is the tenderness by which the lyrics capture the first moment that somebody has those stirrings of romantic feelings. So, Terivil Varano, yenna satra tirumbi parano. This is the heroine that is just seeing Lord Nataraja, which is the form of Shiva, as a dancer and the presiding deity of the temple town of Chidambaram, in a procession, she sees Nataraja and she asks, "Will he just turn back and give me a single glance, just so that he acknowledges my presence and my love for him?" That is Thiruvilvarano. And she wonders whether her street that she currently is seeing the procession from her house on, is that the street that Lord Nataraja will come across on and give her that glance. And so, as the song progresses, you realize that she starts trying to send messages of love to Nataraja, requesting for this glance, hoping that one day he will come to her. Ladies and gentlemen, Thiruvilvarano will be presented by Sara and Sreshtha.
சற்றே திரும்பி பாரானோ தெருவில் வாரானோ திரும்பி பாரானோ தெருவில் வாரானோ என்னை சற்றே 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 திரும்பி பாரானோ திரிபுரத்தையும் உடல் எரி செய்த நடனராஜன் ஒரு விழியோடு திரிபுரத்தையும் உடல் எரி செய்த நடனராஜன் ஒரு விழியோடு திரிபுரத்தையும் ஒரு சற்றே திரும்பி பாராமோ வாசமில்லானோ எனக்கொரு வாசகம் சொல்லானோ வாசல் முன்னில்லானோ எனக்கொரு வாசகம் சொல்லானோ வாசல் முன்னில்லானோ எனக்கொரு வாசகம் சொல்லானோ வாசல் முன்னில்லானோ எனக்கொரு நேசமாயுள்ளேனோ கழை வைத்த ராஜனை வெல்லேனோ நேசமாயுள்ளேனோ கழை வைத்த ராஜனை வெல்லேனோ தேசிகன் அம்பலவாணல் நடம்போரி தேவாதி தேவன் சிதம்பரனார் தெருவில் வரானோ திரும்பி பாரானோ போகதில்லையே எனக்கு ஒரு தூது சொல்வார் இல்லையே போகதில்லையே எனக்கு ஒரு தூது சொல்வார் இல்லையே போகதில்லையே எனக்கு ஒரு தூது சொல்வார் இல்லையே நீதறிந்தேனில்லையே என் மேல் குற்றம் யாதொன்றும் இல்லையே நீதறிந்தேனில்லையே என் மேல் குற்றம் யாதொன்றும் இல்லையே தேவனும் மாலும் மூவாயிரரும் சோழ விண்ணவரும் தோழாடிய பார தேவரும் மாலும் மூவாயிரரும் சோழ விண்ணவரும் தோழாடிய பார தேவரும் மாலும் மூவாயிரரும் சோழ விண்ணவரும் தோழாடிய பார தெருவில் வரானோ இல்லை சற்றே திரும்பி பாரானோ தெருவில் வரானோ என்னை சற்றே திரும்பி பாரானோ தெருவில் வரானோ திரும்பி பாரானோ திரும்பி பாரானோ திரும்பி பாரானோ
The word I would describe Teruvil Varano, I was just backstage watching Sreshtha and Sara perform it, is charming. Wouldn't you agree? Such a charming piece. And that's why it's so apt for an Arangetram. We have the depths of romantic love and separation, but then we need the joyous moments of bliss and innocence to come out as well. So this is the one thing about the second half of a the second half of a Bharatanatyam Margam, or the repertoire, which I love because you can showcase so many different facets and moods of love. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion of the Bharatanatyam Arangetram of Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Tangaswamy. And I wanted to now take a moment to introduce you to Tatiana Popova, who actually doesn't really need an introduction because she is the mastermind of this whole Arangetram. And I'm speaking to you about her as both a colleague, an admirer of her work, and of course, as a good friend as well. We've known each other for a number of years now, and it's been incredible to watch her not only really take so many students in Nritya Creations under her wing and give them wings to soar as dancers in their own right over the past, how many years is it now, Tatiana?
Mina, 12?
12, right? 13. And each year I see, tremendous growth in her as both a guru and as an artist, as a Natuvangam artist. And it's been really wonderful to be a part of that journey. And so I'm honored to be introducing you to Tatiana and just giving you a glimpse into all of her accomplishments. So she's a critically acclaimed dancer, choreographer, educator, and actress. She hails from the multicultural city of Almaty in Kazakhstan. And this is a very interesting region of the world because it is the crossroads of so many different civilizations. And that sort of multifaceted and multicultural nature is also reflected in her dance training and her artistry. So she's been trained in ballet and flamenco at several prestigious academies and universities of dance, including the J. Alebekov Music and Dance Academy in Almaty, the Bolshoi Ballet in Russia, and the Matilde Corral School of Dance in Sevilla, Spain. This is on top of being awarded a scholarship by ICCR, which is the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, to study Bharatanatyam for 6 years in Chennai, India, at the esteemed Kalakshetra, under the tutelage of Professor A. Janardhanan and Srimati Jyotsna Menon. Tatiana also completed a diploma course in Natuvangam under the late Bhagavatula Sitarama Sharma at Kalapeetam in Chennai. She was also a part of the late Srimati Krishnaveni Lakshmanan's performing company as well. Tatiana has also produced, choreographed, and toured a theatrical dance production called Journey Across the Globe in Spain, which was recognized as the best dance production of 2012 by a major newspaper in Spain. In 2017, she also produced, choreographed, and performed Gypsies, which was named by Time Out magazine in New York City as a top pick. And most recently in 2024, Tatiana and another Nritya Creations Bharatanatyam teacher, Mr. Damir Tazmagampetov, jointly launched the Fragrance of a Legend Dance Festival in honor of Kalakshetra's founder, Rukmini Devi Arundale. The festival was supported by the Indian Mission to the United Nations and Her Excellency, Ruchira Kamboj. With over 20 years of teaching experience, and since 2013, she has been a leading Bharatanatyam teacher at Nritya Creations Academy of Dance, and she teaches Bharatanatyam for YICG, which stands for the Young Indians Cultural Group in Long Island, New York. And she's a dance instructor and choreographer for the Joffrey Ballet. Ladies and gentlemen, Srimati Tatiana Popova. Come on, a little bit louder. Thank you. Thank you. It's not easy to train, choreograph, and conduct a Bharatanatyam Arangetram. Countless hours in the studio, on the stage, in rehearsal, in practice, of mentoring, of being a guidance counselor, of being a surrogate mother figure. So much goes into developing a dancer. And in this case, 2 incredible dancers. Let's also give a hands up for Sara and Sreshtha for doing a wonderful job. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude this evening's performance with the Tillana in Atana Ragam, Adi Talam, music composition by Sri Ponnaya Pillai, and the choreography is by the late Chokalingam Pillai. And so the Tillana is a concluding number in the Bharatanatyam repertoire, which is filled with complex footwork, sculptural poses, and intricate musical phrases that build up to a brilliant climax. In a Tillana, you'll often encounter a brief passage of lyrics, which is usually in praise of a deity, of somebody of great reverence, or of an esoteric subject matter, such as nature. And this Tillana in Atana Ragam is on the mother goddess Parvati. And it'll be followed by a Mangalam, which is a song of benediction in which the dancers express their gratitude and prayers for continued success, peace, and prosperity for all. And we invite you to stay afterwards for the facilitations and the presentation of Sara and Sreshtha's certificates from Nitya Creations to commemorate the successful completion of their Arangetram. Ladies and gentlemen, we conclude with the Tillana. Thank you, it's been a pleasure, and please do stay back.
Udana dum dum dandam nadirana 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 udana dum dum dandam వసుదలో నీదు సాటి దైవములేదనుచున మరి నీదలటి నీకు ఈ వసుదలో నీదు సాటి దైవములేదనుచున మరి నీదలటి నీకు మరి మరి ఎందో పల్కది అమ్మ పశుపతీశ్వరో నిరాని గోమ మరి మరి ఎందో పల్కది నమ్మ పశుపతీశ్వరో నిరాని గోమ దాం దాం దగదివిదాం గణు దగదివిదాం దదిగిణదో దాం దాం దగదివిదాం గణు దగదివిదాం దదిగిణదోం చిత్తళాంగు దదిగిణదోం దళాంగు దదిగిణదోం దదిగిణదో ఉదనదోం దోగణం నారిరన ఉదనదోం దోగణం నారిరన ఉదనదోం దోగణం నారిరన ఉదనదోం దోగణం మంగళం కోసలేంద్రాయ మగణీయ గుణాత్మనే మంగళం కోసలేంద్రాయ మగణీయ గుణాత్మనే చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం చక్రవర్తి తనూజాయ సార్వభౌమాయ మంగళం మంగళం కోసలేంద్రాయ మగణీయ
I'd like to invite now Srimati Meena Basunag and Srimati Tatiana Popova to present the certificates of completion to Sara and Sreshtha. Sreshtha Tangaswami. Sara Manjali. We're just going to give a few minutes for Sara and Sreshtha to soak in the moment, catch their breath. In the meantime, I'd like to invite the families and also our esteemed musicians for a presentation of our tokens of appreciation and honorarium. Ladies and gentlemen, the families of Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Tangaswami. While they prepare, I wanted to ask everybody, what are your first impressions of the performance that you've seen? I'm going to come into the audience. Would anybody like to share their thoughts? I'm going to put somebody on the spot. Anybody interested? Just give me a couple of words or phrases of your first impressions. Great, we have somebody in the back. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Karishma Katkar. I'm a colleague of Tanga, and I'm here to support both the girls. And I would say they are remarkable, outstanding, and you can see the hard work in the dance performances. I know many young girls here are inspired. I know my daughter is going to do her Arangetram when she completes her Bharatanatyam. So thank you for inspiring all the young girls out here. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Anybody else would like to share something?
Hi, I'm Balaji. Okay. Yeah, okay. Mastering classical dance, particularly Bharatanatyam, is very difficult, and it takes a lot of efforts as well as dedication to the art. Specifically, I am not familiar with respect to dancing side, but someone making Arangetram means it is a great effort to make that achievement in their life, and only through the pure dedication only that it can be achieved. And both of them did a very good job. And it is not only the part of classical dancing, it is part of storytelling as well as how they are making the performance and everything. So both of them did a very, very good job, and kudos to their mentors as well as the teachers.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful words. Thank you so much. All right, last.
Thank you for an opportunity. It's a wonderful, terrific performance from the young talent. It's a first day, first show, super good movie. Like experience we got for the almost 2 hours. So we enjoyed throughout the ambience, exceptionally from the Pakavadians. So mixed with music, with the expression, the facial expressions we are seeing first time. So we are lucky to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So with that, we'd like to present tokens of appreciation to the wonderful musicians. We start off with Sri Vignesh Ravichandran. Sri Murali Balachandran, our Mridangist. Shweta Narasimhan on the violin. Jay Gandhi on the flute. Last but certainly not least, Srimati Tatiana Popova. Srimati Meena Basunag, founder and director of Nritya Creations. The families would also love to invite and acknowledge Srimati Ramya Shankaran for costume and makeup for both Sara and Sreshtha. I also am going to take the opportunity to thank and acknowledge the other people behind the scenes who have made this production possible. We also have our lighting crew, Megha Ajay and Madhav Ajay in the back there. Megha is also a graduate of Nritya Creations, having done her Arangetram several years ago, and is a wonderful mentor to all of the Arangetram students that are coming up at Nritya Creations. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge the video and the photographer, Manesh Mundayat from the United Visual Media, the Ananda Mandir staff and volunteers, costumes by Jyotsna Menon and KR Dresses, and of course, once again, let's give a round of applause for Sara and Sreshtha, and the wonderful team of musicians. Is there anybody else that I need to thank and acknowledge? Me? All right, I'm going to thank me, Kiran Rajagopal. No, it's my pleasure. It's always funny because if I'm introducing and thanking people, it's weird to thank yourself, but thank you. Thank you for acknowledging me. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge our sound person, Niloy. Thank you so much for all your help. You are wonderful. So I'd like to now turn the stage over to Sara and Sreshtha, who would like to share their words of gratitude and thoughts about the Arangetram experience.
Hi, everyone. Today's been kind of a crazy night, but I'm also going to be thanking a lot of people because without this whole crew, this performance would not have been possible. So thank you to the sound and light crew. You guys are incredible. Special thanks to Megha for coming out. She's an absolute role model and incredible dancer. So thank you so much up there. Also, I would love to thank our orchestra. They did an incredible job, and they were kind of the rock stars of our performance because they kept everything so lively, and through the mess, we still navigated, and they were so cooperative and nice. It was the best. As a dancer, it was so easy, and that's incredible to have. I'd also like to thank my parents, Sara's parents, because they kind of were the backbones of this whole event. Without them, we wouldn't be here right now. So thank you so much for all that you do, really, all that you do. And of course, most importantly, thank you to Miss Tatiana. She is my absolute role model when it comes to dancing, and she's incredible. And despite the fact that we've had so many sweaty, gross, just all over the place. Dance is building stamina every single day. She's been with us the whole time, and I could not ask for a better dance teacher. So thank you. Please applaud her. She is incredible. I'd also really like to thank Sara for doing this with me, because having a partner for such a big event, she's all that I could ask for today. So thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you so much. I'd also like to make a couple special shout outs. Thank you so much, Edith, for your speech. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm sure it was incredible. And thank you so much for being there for me, because that is literally all I needed mentally throughout this whole thing, so thank you so much. Also, special thanks to Laura, because she was with me through thick and thin, listening to everything that I had to say, and she's also just incredible, so yeah. Finally, I'd like to thank Annapurni ma'am. She's an incredible person, a role model. She was kind of our support throughout the whole thing, and she was always there for us. So she's not here today, but if you guys like to applaud for her too, because she was, and to all the people that can or can't dance, I hope I was able to be your hands and legs, and I was able to bring out the beauty of dance tonight. So thank you so much for making today so special. Thank you. Thank you. I'll hand it over to Sara.
Hello, everyone. Hi, first of all, I hope you all enjoyed the performance. A lot of work has gone into this, not just from me and Sreshtha, who has been an amazing partner of this entire process. I could not thank her enough. Thank you so much. And she also did an amazing job with her speech, so I won't, just bear with me for a minute. I'm just gonna express my gratitude. A year ago today, I couldn't even imagine that I would be standing up here in front of all of you today. So this is truly such a surreal feeling. There was a lot that went into making this day possible, and a lot of people who were behind the scenes putting in the effort that made this performance what you see today. So I just want to take a minute to thank all of them. First of all, Ms. Tatiana, please give another round of applause. Ms. Tatiana, your strength and dedication are so inspiring, and I could not be more lucky to have such an amazing teacher such as yourself. You are amazing, and I am so grateful to have you. Meena Auntie as well. Meena Auntie. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a dancer, learn all of these different dance forms through NCPC. It's truly been such an amazing way to express my love for dance and develop my passion. She's amazing. Thank you so much, Meena Auntie. As well, thank you to the orchestra, the Miss Ramya, Mahesh sir, Kiran. Your artistry has made this day so special as well. So thank you so much. Please give another round of applause for all of them. And I just want to take a special moment to shout out the little support crew behind scenes. Mega and Madhav up there, they did such an amazing job with helping with lighting and sound, as well as our little support crew in the green room. Sia, Rani, you want to come on stage? We have a little token to give you guys. Lastly, I just want to thank all of you guys. This energy that you guys brought today has helped us perform so much better. Thank you for cheering us on and being here to support both of us. It's truly amazing having you all here. As for my family and friends, thank you for coming out today. I've grown up with a lot of you. I've been to high school with you. So it's amazing that you got this chance to see me perform, and I'm so glad that I could share this performance with you all. Thank you. And last but not least, I saved this for the end because I don't want to cry. Thank you to my parents. You've given me everything. Thank you. And thank you to Sreshtha's parents as well for being such an amazing support throughout all of this. I'm already crying. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys so much once again. Thank you.
Maheshji, we actually have a present for you as well. So if you could come down to the stage, make your way. And Megha and Madhav, if you could also come down as well. I now invite Srimati Tatiana Popova to share a few words.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. Any performance needs an audience, so without you, also this evening would be not possible. Thank you for all of you being in support of Sreshtha and Sara. They did wonderful job. I'm proud of you. We had a lot of obstacles on the way. Sreshtha had a lot of knee pain for quite some time, and we didn't even know if she can sit all the way down, but she was strong enough. Sara always gave her support, and they worked as a wonderful team. And this Arangetram is very special in many ways. I would like to point that this is the first Arangetram that we had that in front line we had fathers who, who were pushing through this Arangetram. I think Sreshtha's mom I saw like 2-3 times only. Sara's maybe a little bit more, but not much. So this Arangetram, organization of this Arangetram mainly was done by fathers. So thank you very much. For girls, it's a very special, and it will keep their memory for a long time. I'm sorry. I want to share this with you. My father passed away 2 days ago, and it was difficult to push through. We didn't know what to do. Families were kind enough to tell me to maybe cancel, but I couldn't cancel because it's an important day for the girls, and they were preparing for so long. So I made the decision to stay. The funeral will happen next week, so I'm flying. But I'm so happy. I didn't want to share the tears with you, but I just couldn't hold anymore. I think girls did an amazing job, and I hope that my father also was present here today. Thank you.
I just can't imagine what she's going through, and that shows her dedication. She just did pull this week somehow. I mean, we are so grateful, Ms. Tatiana, that you could do this for our girls. Yeah, I mean, it's really, I just don't have any words to express your grief. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we conclude this Arangetram officially. Please join us for dinner right outside. I know that you must be hungry. And we thank you so much for joining us for the beautiful Arangetram of Sara Manjali and Sreshtha Tangaswamy. Thank you and good night.
e